Hey everybody, it is Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and what I have here is the new DungeonSwag's troll that should be up on the site. And trolls are usually in my world green, and I think they're green, but I have a lot of green trolls, and I don't have any crazy colored trolls. So I have here Zealot Yellow, and I think I'm going to try something a little different today and make my troll a little cartoonier in color and see if he can still be menacing. Grab the wrong brush. Hold on. Alright, so I'm starting out with my regiment brush. You can use any brush you want. This is like a kind of a bigger than a size 1 brush. And I'm going to hit the skin with this. And I'm hoping that the grays from his base coat, because I sprayed him black and then dry brushed him white. I'm hoping the grays in the base coat mute the yellow somewhat if I keep it thin and make him a little grotesque looking. But I've not really done yellow on such a dark base before. So we're just kind of experimenting here. This brush needs maintenance. Let me clean this brush real quick. Here we go. I'm already kind of thinking I'm not happy with my choice of color here. But I'm going to stick it out and see if I can make it work. It's okay if we get it on the hair because I'm going to come back over that with a darker color. So we're not going to panic if the hair gets... Need a little more paint. Now, in some areas where I think it's pulling up and looking a little bit too orange, now that I'm seeing that, I'm just going to reach in there and pull some of that off and just put it somewhere else. So, if Army Painter ever finds out I'm watching, and you guys want to send me a bunch of shit, I'm not going to like fluff your stuff and be like, oh, but if it's good, I'm going to say it's good. I mean, I use your products anyways. Yingling, same thing with you guys. I use your products and I like them. Okay, I'm going to wipe that brush out and grab just a little bit of that stuff that feels a little bit too orange for me. Where it's pulled up just a little bit deeper than I like. I'm going to spread it around to areas that aren't as covered. The light above my phone's making my screen where I can't see if when I look up to see if it looks good, I can't tell. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Some of it does look a little oranger than I want. Still even. We're going to use a little air gun love with him. We're going to do his clothing next. So I'm going to swap that out for, it's called warrior skin. I'm going to switch to a smaller brush. And this is just my starter brush. It's like a size 1 pretty much. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Doom, if it's called Warrior Skin, why are you using it on his loincloth? Well, because I want to, and you're not the boss of me. And I'm using this a little thicker than I normally would. And then I'll just pull off some excess where it pulls too much. I'm going to do his armband in this too. Because kind of like Johnny Depp, this dude needs to accessorize. May not go out without proper decorative attire. Armband accent loincloth nicely. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to come back and just kind of get around on there a little bit again and spread that around. If there's any yellow I see sticking out where it like I over went on the other, I'm just going to hit that again and try to reactivate it and de-yellow it a little bit. I'm pretty pleased with that. Now for his hair, I originally thought I was going to do an orange, but I don't think so. I think I'm going to use that warrior skin mixed with a dark wood. In some different degrees to give him some variation on his hair. Mother Mary comes to me and whispers words of wisdom, let it be. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to pull those together. And I'm going to start lathering that into his hair. Try to make sure I don't get it on any of the skin. Man, my hands are starting to shake. Did I eat today? I can't remember. I don't think I ate. I'm going to darken that up a little bit. And to darken it up, I'm just coming over with more of the dark wood mixed in and hitting some spots that I just don't feel were we're good. I'm just going to darken him up in little spots just to make his hair, especially if there's some of that yellow in it, or the yellow that got on it before, and I just feel like it needs to be reactivated and darkened up. Okay. Not all of it, just some spots. I'm also going to darken up his armband a little bit because I didn't like the way that looked. Now I'm going to get some white. Maybe I'm going to get some white. I'm just going to get any of that overpaint on his teeth cleaned up. Then I'm going to get a really tiny brush. I'm going to clean up his eyes. Wrong brush. There we go. Oh, God. Okay, using my small brush and some skeleton bone. I'm going to do his nails. And then he has like some rope on his belt. And I'm just going to kind of drag that along there to pick up detail on his rope. Got a little fang. accent his belt. And I'm going to get a little bit more of that. I'm going to do these fangs on his nice little arm wrap. Oops. One of the things I don't like about his loincloth is it's too universally toned, so I'm going to get some of that dark brown. A little bit of that warrior. I'm going to get a little bit of this tan. There we go. Something like that. I'm going to get a lot of that off my brush. I'm just going to kind of mute some of that perfection in color with it, just to create some variation. When that dries, I'm hoping it does what I want it to. Okay. Now, homeboy has got these gross pustule things, like these bumps on him. And I think I want those to be kind of noticeable and stand outish. But I want to be really careful that I don't ruin that. So I have a color called Dry Rust. It's absolutely hideous. I'm going to use this base coating brush that has a very fine tip. And I'm going to use that hideous Dry Rust to accent these pocks or pustules or whatever the hell they are. If you don't hit every one of them, I'm sure it'd be okay. It would still tell the story. But I'd like to hit a lot of them at least. I don't want to go over the top. Clean out my brush. Mmm, yummy. All right, so I want to get a little bit of like a bone color, and I have that pallid bone. Nope, that's sandalwood. Let me try again. Pallid bone, where you at? La 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 la. Can't find it. Pallid bone, pallid bone, pallid bone. Well, the bones are looking pallid, and I'm craving a new salad. Found the pallid bone, yo. So I'm just taking that pallid bone and going over my nails. And I got these fangs up here. I'm going to hit those. Then I'm also kind of going to drag that around on that armband. To give that a different bit of a color. I got this fang down here on his belt. Because homeboy accessorizes, we know that. I'm going to hit his teeth with it. Then, in these areas where I have my orange spots, I'm going to slime it along there a little bit. I need a little bit more of that. Pallid bone, pallid bone, pallid bone. Where'd I put the damn pallid bone at? I'm gonna scream a bit. As long as you like it too. Pallid bone for you, pallid bone for you, pallid bone for you. When I finally use pallid bone. And that's just going to make my orange spots a little less obnoxiously orange. That's going to create a cool little variation. I'm going to hit them again where I don't feel like I got them good enough and kind of gunge up that area. That's a technical term. These ones on his leg are a little bit vibrant for my liking. We'll gunge them up. Really, I kind of like just the look of that over the yellow. So I think what I'm going to do is mute some of the more like obnoxious yellow with it. And I think it looks okay like that. And since it's light, even if I throw it in the hair or anywhere else, it might not do anything but just create some interesting variation. Definitely use it to make that rope a little more gooder. Create some serious variation with it. Looks good. All right. I'm just playing at this point. Let's do the bass. GTFO. I'm looking for some Walmart paint. It's probably way more than I needed. That's all right. I could have used it right out of the pot, true. The lid. Need my brush a little wetter for this. Okay. We'll be singing when we're painting. I got pallet bone and I used it again. It's not as good as pavement. I got pallet bone and used it again. It's not as good as pavement. Pavement is my favorite color. Pavement's my favorite color. One thing I noticed about the original speed paints is they definitely dry glossier, and you have to use a clear coat to get uniformity when you're mixing the two speed paints, the ones and the twos. Otherwise, I think they're great paints, and I think they give you a lot of options and make life a little better for you. Let's get a crappy brush and a lighter brown. Let's create some variation on that base. Okay. it black. Make sure my brush is damp. Then I'm going to come around here. For those of you that are new and don't know my technique, where the texture is the fantasy world. And where that crisp black line is where reality starts. A lot of people don't probably like that, but it's just this thing I do, and I don't know why I do it, and I like it, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I just follow the shape of how my texture on my basing went. Now I'm going to get a toothpick and some white clear glue. Let me hit him with the air gun real quick. Oh, look at that. Some PBA prophylactic. I'm just going to use my toothpick to smear around some clear glue onto the base and some patterns. That might look a little bit nice. I feel like this guy needs a little something extra. I didn't do any stonework on his base. So I have some sticks. just going to break some pieces of stick off. I'm going to get that stick in my clear glue. Something like that. Then that's going to dry and I'm going to clear coat it and it's going to look all uniform and pretty. So that's the troll from DungeonSwag. It's up on the website right now, www.dungeon-swag.com. Check it out. 45 minutes was a long paint on him. We could have done it faster, but he looks good. Kind of want to put red in his eyes. I don't know. My hands are shaking. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, yeah. And please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and leave a comment. All right. Now, bye.